This is Congressman John Culberson. I just returned to my office after a very productive hearing in my Commerce, Justice, and Science Subcommittee on Appropriations dealing with border security, the increasing level of violence on the Mexican-U.S. border, which has been a top priority for me as your congressman, to secure the border and in particular to apply common sense to border enforcement. I know that from our own experience that if the law is enforced, then frankly the criminals go elsewhere. So the solution to border security, I know from firsthand experience, is as simple as enforcing existing law. And there's a program that I am proud to have helped institute in the Del Rio and Laredo sectors called Operation Streamline, where the law is enforced with zero tolerance. If you cross the border illegally between Lake Amistad and Zapata County, you will be arrested, you will be prosecuted, and you will serve some time in jail and then be thrown out of the country. Existing law in the United States is that if you enter America illegally, it's punished by up to 6 months in jail on the first offense and up to 2 years in jail on the second offense. So I have focused on implementing and enforcing existing law using existing resources and existing personnel with great success. And the Border Patrol has been a wonderful key part of this. It's a partnership between the Border Patrol, the U.S. Marshal Service, the prosecutors of the U.S. Attorney's Office and the Justice Department, the judges, the magistrates, our border sheriffs, and it worked beautifully in the Del Rio sector. We've now got it expanded to the Laredo sector, and I'm working on getting it rolled out in the Rio Grande Valley sector with the support of the local congressman, Congressman Ciro Rodriguez, a Democrat and a good friend who I served with in the Texas legislature, Congressman Henry Cuellar, who is also a Democrat from Laredo. He and I are also very good friends and served together in the Texas House. And Henry and Ciro and I have really found a good solution to the border security problem. You enforce existing law uniformly, fairly, with equal justice for all, but equally for everybody. And the result has been a dramatic drop in the crime rate, about 70% reduction in the crime rate in Laredo, and a 60% reduction in the crime rate in 70% reduction in Del Rio, 60% reduction in the Laredo sector. And the testimony we got today in the committee, I was able to establish that in the Tucson sector, there's virtually no prosecution. There's a 99.6% chance that you will never be prosecuted if you cross into the United States illegally in the Tucson sector. So I'm working on making sure that the law is enforced in Tucson, and frankly, my goal is to see our existing border immigration laws enforced from Brownsville to San Diego for the entire southern border. And I've got, I think, a very good shot at it, working behind the scenes with the Appropriations Committee with the support of my colleagues, both Democrat and Republican, with the support of the local community. 96% of the population in Texas along the border is Hispanic, and they strongly support this law enforcement effort because it's done with fairness, with equal justice, with compassion and thoughtfulness, just like any local law enforcement effort you would expect to be carried out by your local sheriff or local law enforcement agencies. That they're good people, do the best they can. They've got kids and families in the neighborhoods as well. So I'm very optimistic. There's good news, folks, out there on the southern border. I'm proud to have been a spark plug in helping making it happen. It is possible to secure the border. We're proving it in Texas, and I am very optimistic that we'll see the zero tolerance program expanded from Brownsville to San Diego as a result of the appropriations bill that we get done this year. I'll continue these video blogs. The one today is on border security. I'll be doing these twice a week. I'm also very concerned about the president's budget, which spends too much, taxes too much, and borrows too much, but we'll talk more about that in the next video blog. Thank you for tuning in.